Supergirl 2026. I saw this movie over the weekend and I have some thoughts on it. I'm not going to spend too long talking about this movie because there really isn't too much to talk about. First of all, I wasn't expecting this movie to wow me, blow me away. I wasn't expecting it to be the greatest superhero movie I'd ever seen. I just wanted a fun Supergirl movie. And that's exactly what this is. This movie's fun. It's entertaining. It's a pretty good watch. Is it gonna make any like top 20, top 25 superhero movie of all time lists? Definitely, definitely not. However, I can say that it is a good movie, which honestly is all I really want. I don't think that this is like any in any way a bomb for the DCU, this rebooted universe. I don't think that it's a failure. Obviously, it's not doing well at the box office, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding Millie Alcock and interviews and people on the internet flaming her and hating her for saying certain things. And it's like I don't want to talk about that stuff. All right, I'm just gonna let's just leave that stuff out. Um, I just want to talk about the movie as a movie, and the first thing that I can give credit to this movie for is her performance. I thought that Millie Alcock was a good Supergirl. I think she's great. Now, going into this, I did have the one expectation that she would become my new favorite Supergirl. Um, because actually I don't know why I thought she was going to be the best. But yeah, my expectations were not exactly met. She's amazing, she's great, and she's definitely my second favorite, but Melissa Benoist, sorry, will always be the best. Melissa Benoist will always be the best Supergirl. I wasn't sure why I thought that Millie Alcock was going to be the best. I was hoping for it. But she isn't, and that's okay. She's still good. Um and so Millie Alcock's performance as Supergirl, she's great. She's fun, she's charismatic, very serious, and I mean, like at times could be very, very like emotional. Like she's able to like display emotion very well, which I do appreciate a lot. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, her performance is great. Lobo also, Jason Momoa. Like, I don't understand why this dude didn't play Lobo from the beginning. Like, seeing Lobo in Zack Snyder's DC universe would have been kind of cool. But I mean, I guess we have him now. People have been asking for him since the days of Aquaman. People have been asking Jason Momoa to play Lobo, and he finally played Lobo, and he was pretty flippin' great. He's definitely a scene stealer. He can be a scene stealer depending on how big of a fan of Lobo you are. He can be a scene stealer at times. So yeah, I mean, I thought Lobo was great too. Yeah, those are really the only two characters I can say are like those two characters are like good, very very strong. The villain of this movie, the main villain, I even forget his name. He's very forgettable. One of the most forgettable comic book villains I think ever. He's nothing. He's a nothing burger. He's nothing. I can't really say anything about him. He's just a weak villain, forgettable. Don't really care about his motivations or anything. Oh yeah, David Cornsweet is in this movie. Superman's in this movie, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like take over the movie or anything. He's only in a couple scenes. And in those scenes, he's pretty good. Another thing that I really like about this movie and what I liked about the Superman movie is that these Kryptonians in this universe, they use their powers very creatively. Like, I'm a very big fan of Kryptonians using their powers in like the way that they should be instead of just like punching and fighting like they're the Hulk, using super strength, spamming their super strength, like using their powers, combining their like their heat vision and their freeze breath, and doing all these cool combinations. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that one scene from the Superman movie. You know what I'm talking about, right? The way he uses his powers in that scene is just like that's the kind of creativity I expect to see from a Kryptonian with those types of abilities, with all these different abilities. You'd expect them to use their powers like that. But a lot of the time, like Kryptonians, and sometimes in the comics even, they're just like punching the whole time. They're just having fist fights, which gets kind of boring. So what I appreciate about Supergirl is that on top of like her using her powers very creatively, she's also a very skilled martial artist, which actually makes sense because she grew up. Unlike Superman, who was sent to Earth as a baby, she actually grew up and obviously was more accustomed to life on Krypton than Superman was, and as such, she was trained in the Kryptonian martial arts. Um, that they have. So she was actually a very skilled fighter, and they actually showed off that skill. And that's another thing that I really appreciate. So she combined her her abilities, her powers and abilities with her martial arts skills, which is pretty freaking awesome. Now, drawbacks for this movie, um it's a bit short. Like I was surprised how short it was. Like it's under 2 hours. Superhero movies when they're under 2 hours can be very hit or miss. Um Sometimes it can be like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is like 112 minutes or something, the first one, and that's a pretty great movie. Or they can be like Joss Whedon's Justice League, which is literally, not even kidding, 1 hour, like 1 hour and 59 minutes. Like literally. And it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I hate that movie so much. But I mean, in all honesty, like this movie was, it was still pretty good, but I do wish that it was longer, and I do wish we kind of got to spend more time um developing Kara's character a bit, because by the end it did kind of feel like there was more that we could have explored. Definitely a bit more that we could have explored here. Um yeah, I think the runtime is definitely something that drags the movie down a little bit. Obviously, I didn't mention the villain is completely forgettable. I don't care for his motivate. Like his motivation was pretty like sick. It was kind of like twisted. And it had like a real world aspect to it. Like this is like the a kind of thing that a lot of there's a certain type there's a certain group of people who do this kind of thing that the villain does in real life. So it's like it has like a realism element. His motivations have a very realistic element to them. But I mean, apart from that, like he's very forgettable. I don't really care about his name. He looks really ugly too. But I mean, the costume designers did a very good job. Like that's the look that they were going for, and they did a very good job at creating that look. 'Cause, I mean, he looks nasty. Um, but yeah, apart from the runtime, forgettable villain, this movie is it's pretty good. A lot of people are bashing on it and hating on it because of the controversy, and I don't know. People just think that it's a really terrible movie. There's some people that I've come across that think the movie's amazing, and then there's others who like absolutely despise it and wish that it would burn in a fire forever or something. But like, honestly, I'm just like, this is it's a good movie. It's an entertaining movie. I don't think it's gonna like win any awards. I don't think it's the best movie since like the Godfather or anything, but it's a pretty good movie. I have nothing else to say about it. I would give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8 if I'm feeling generous, but yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. And that's my review on Supergirl. Nothing else to say.